Hey everybody, Andre here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about auditing your circle. Okay, so you guys will pick up that I talk a lot about positivity, spending time with positive people. If you can't do that, immersing yourself in positive books or positive material like books, audio programs, video programs, things you can buy online. There's YouTube, there's the internet, so there's a lot of, there's a whole online world where you can get a lot of positive material. Just make sure you choose, one or two or a few role models. Don't go and look at everyone's material because there's a hell of a lot of information out there, okay? So, auditing your circle in business or when you're starting a business is very important because you need to make sure that you have the right people around you, okay? Oftentimes when you start something, you'll start alone. Like myself, I kind of started alone, but I do have a partner back in Cape Town. So you need to make sure that you choose the right people because it can just end up being one big nightmare. Okay, but the nice thing is, when you spend time with positive people, and you need to invest in building new relationships. And I know it's difficult in the beginning because maybe some of you, like me, you have your bunch of friends or your circle that you've pretty much had since primary school, high school. So you guys have known each other for decades. Okay, and it's difficult sometimes to break away from that. But you will find, when you start or when you have different goals, that you need to meet new people, and that isn't always easy, especially if you're an introvert. I'm not really an introvert, but I've learned, to network and build relationships with people, but not for the sake of, meeting new people so you can use them, without giving any value. It's reciprocal, or it has to be reciprocal. So it's got to be two-way street, But the importance of meeting new people and building good quality relationships when you're starting out a business is absolutely vital, okay? So I highly recommend that you invest. Today, the internet, social media has made that so much more easier for us because, you can follow, and this is something I do, I connect with people online on Twitter. I used to just follow everyone all over the world and then realize, there's not really much point in that. I do have certain people, like a lot of, the people I look up to online, like Gary Vaynerchuk and those guys who are in the States, who I will most likely never meet. But it's important to spend time or try and connect with people and build a relationship with people in your own city. So whether you're in Gauteng or down in Cape Town, and then eventually, hopefully, with the objective of actually meeting them. So whether you become friends or whether you just do business together, that's entirely up to you. But it's really important to spend time with them because, especially when you're starting out, and just don't go and follow anyone. So if you're starting your business, look at someone who's potentially an entrepreneur or who's busy building the project as well. Like, for example, one of my best friends, JP Mele, who's down in Cape Town. I've kind of promoted him before. He's got a new project that he's launching, which is called Boss Life Apparel. So connecting with him, if you're down in Cape Town, would be absolutely amazing. So the advantages of that would be that you could get to hear what he struggled with. You could find out the mistakes that he's made. You could just have a chat, and it's nice to know, because entrepreneurship can become quite a very lonely journey. But it's nice to know that there are people out there who made similar mistakes, or who've made big mistakes, really big mistakes, like me, for example. So just connecting with them, obviously I speak a lot about the type of people that you hang around with, because you eventually start to think like them, you start to speak like them, you start to act like them, and then you get the results. So that goes both ways. It can either be very positive if you spend time with positive people, or it can be very negative if you spend, or very, it can be a bit detrimental to you if you spend time with negative people and the wrong people. And again, I don't want to pretend that I class people, but when I say positive and negative, it all depends. Just to put this in context, I'm talking with regards to your goals, okay? So if your goal is to start a business, you're not going to get a hell of a lot of value from spending time with an employee, okay? Now again, there are a lot of employees who make a hell of a lot more money than entrepreneurs, but it's about spending time with like-minded people, okay? Because an employee and an entrepreneur, they think very differently. It's two different worlds. What works for an employee doesn't often work for an entrepreneur, and vice versa, okay? So that's what I mean. I'm not saying entrepreneurs are better than employees, or employees are better than entrepreneurs, because in any economy, you need both. It's about which one are you passionate about, because you can have an employee who absolutely loves what he does and he's won in life, okay? So, his job doesn't bother him, it doesn't seem like work, because he's passionate about it, he most likely makes a lot of money and he's very successful. Okay, there's nothing wrong with him. That guy has won, or that woman has won. So, you know, if your life goal is to be an entrepreneur, you need to make sure that you get the right business, which is, you know, hopefully your passion, and you're not just out there just to make money, because, you know, you can kind of hit a lot of obstacles that way as well. But those are the nice things that you'll learn in your journey. What you start off with is not necessarily what you'll end up doing, but you just need to strive towards, you know, starting a business that you're passionate about. So anyway, yeah, and those are the type of things, those are the type of conversations that you'll have with people. You know, me and JP, we used to love, like, you know, this is something, I'm wearing a t-shirt now, a Boss Life t-shirt, just to give you an example. Okay, so for years we used to talk about, when we had jobs, how we were going to become entrepreneurs and all of that, and those were just ideas, you know, that were in our head. It didn't exist yet. And today I'm wearing a t-shirt which, you know, has got a brand on, and he's going to go on to build a great apparel company. You know, he's going to go on to build many businesses because, you know, he's very ambitious and he thinks big. But the most important thing is he takes those ideas and he implements them. He takes action and he makes them into physical products like this t-shirt, okay, and also businesses. So that's the type of people that you want to spend time with, okay? Not just people who talk shit all day and who dream all day and who talk about how they want to change the world, but they don't even change their own circumstances, or they don't even change themselves, okay? So it's very important to spend time with the right people. Audit your circle, okay? And again, I'm not saying you need to pretend or think that you're better than someone else, but you need to be with like-minded people, people who have the same goals, you know, or similar goals, similar vision for their life, okay? And remember, in our case, my audience, or you guys out there, hopefully, are people who want to start businesses, okay? So I hope this clip helped. I'd love to connect with you on Twitter. Give me a follow, let's have a chat, and I'd love to hear what projects you're working on, and just to hear a bit more about your journey, okay? And I really hope that this video, you know, added value. And I know we talk about it a lot and we often hear it, but we don't really realize the importance of spending time with the right people. Have an awesome day. Cheers.